How are you, brother? Hey, music, enough. Stop. We're ready to start the stream. Dummy's Corner or Diddy's Corner? Which one has a better ring to it, chat? Let's squeeze out a poll, Alex. What a start. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Let's see if we can get some background music going. That there. That there. Let's try these audio levels out. That should be. Yes, let's see how that sounds. Let me know how that background music goes, guys. We'll see if we can't get this entire stream copyright struck. Huh? I'm great, boys. It's Friday afternoon, man. How can I not be good? I'm going to chill out for an hour, talk to the boys about some MMA. Do let me know how that background music sounds. It's too loud. Holy shit! What do we want to talk about, huh? Dana White is no longer in Dublin, Ireland, so is he negotiating with Conor McGregor still or not? Um, has anyone been in the Discord? Because Tommy went nuts in the Discord today. And then, of course, UFC this weekend. Nasitina Mavov, Jared Cannonier. I have some other suggestions Guru and the whole MMA community can do as well on top of whatever Guru is going to be doing in 2025. If you want to hear, it's just us, brother. Let's go. Let's hear it. I'm ready for Cannonier to beat the fuck out of the Frenchie and somehow get a title shot over Strickland. Alex. Miguel, how are you, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Was Jared Cannonier not the number one contender before Sean Strickland got his title shot against Israel Adesanya? Like, is Jared Cannonier not one of the most well-deserving people to get a title shot right now? Runday, what's up, brother? How you going, man? How you going? Can you guys please let me know how the background music sounds? Because it's the first time I'm doing a live stream with some background music. So please let me know if it sounds good, bad, shit, great. Yeah, I'm interested. Let's bring this up. Oh god, unbelievable stuff. Sounds good. All right, cool. He just deserves a title shot. So Jared Cannonier definitely deserves a title shot, but he got a robbery win over Strickland. That's true, but he did get a win over Sean Strickland. Who do you think deserves a title shot more, Jared Cannonier or Israel Adesanya? Let's do this. How do you spell his name? Let's spell it properly, huh? Let's do that at least, chat. Let's at least spell his name properly. Double. All right, Paul. Get out of the way. Get out of the way so I can read chat. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. I suggested to the Guru that he make his own website where him and the whole MMA community can make their own unofficial stats and rankings. I like that. If a fighter got robbed, they would be awarded the W on their record, and an actual loser will get the L, and the majority vote wins. The problem with a majority vote homework is that it sort of turns into a bit of a popularity contest. So that's the only problem with it. But I do like the idea of someone keeping track of the stats rather than the UFC, because they are horrible looking after the stats. I have tried to do a little thing myself with keeping track of the pound for pound gatekeeper rankings and putting it up there as shorts and putting it on my community posts to like make my own non-biased pound for pound gatekeeper ranking system. And on top of that as well, I've also like got an idea in my head of once a week doing an episode on the channel called The State of MMA, where we just focus on one of the divisions each week and sort of give like a general, this is the way the ranking should be, These are the prospects. These are the contenders. These are the gatekeepers. And this is sort of like the movement in that division. The problem is, like, that sort of style of video takes a lot more planning and preparation than the style of videos that I do right now. So it's one of those things that, like, as the channel grows and as I can devote more time towards it, it's something I'm going to pursue. But yeah, we need to take that sort of what is going on with the winners and the losers and what are the actual stats away from the UFC homework. You're absolutely right, man. Almost to 900 subs. One more sub to go. Are we going to get one sub this stream? We'll see. Miguel Douglas. Miguel Douglas. Nice to meet you. Mr. Toad, are you going with Cannoneer or a Mavov? I'm going with Cannoneer, man. I think he still got it. But I think it's going to be a very telling fight to see just how old is Jared Cannonier really. You know, because being 41 and having a shoulder surgery, not good for you, brother. Also, you can get the whole community together to make your own rankings for each division and pound-for-pound rankings the majority of people can agree on. Again, it sort of turns into a popularity contest, but I don't know how else you do it. You know what I mean? Either it's a dictatorship or it's a popularity contest. I'm going to run my way as a dictatorship because fuck him. But yeah, like, I mean, people would just, like, plummet Israel Adesanya's ranking because he's so deeply unpopular. And Bilal Muhammad's ranking would plummet as well. Like, it does become a bit of a popularity contest homework. It's a bit hard to work around that, isn't it? Miguel, John Jones is scared of Tom Aspinall. I know, brother. I know. The whole MMA community knows. Dana knows. It's embarrassing. I didn't even realize it was Friday. Happy Friday, Run Deep. This is water, not vodka. There's still a little bit of work left to do in the week. Anthony Smith is a gatekeeper. That's true. He's on my list. Actually, is he? Is he on my pound-for-pound gatekeeper list, or did he get knocked off? I need to check my rankings. Paulo Costa is not the same. He sucks now. I know, man, and it kills me. Well, hello from Japan. I'm a big fan of the UFC. I want Jared Cannonier to take a title shot. Well, then please vote on the poll. And also, please subscribe to the channel and continue in the conversation. I try and read every single chat. It takes me a minute to get to them all, but I have a go at it. So, stay around. Hang out. I'll get to everybody's. Going with Cannoneer, John scared of Aspinall. Yes. Miguel, did you like my video today about what to do with Paulo Costa's career next? What to do next? I mean, that one was crowdsourced entirely from the Discord this morning. So, yeah. Or the majority vote wins, we could collect a few people that would consider the best judges that can score the fights properly and have them do it and add to a website with the new topology. I think the best thing to do would be not to crowdsource it, but to have people from the MMA community like Weasel or Guru or Lucas Tracy or MMA Joey or Ariel Helwani, have them as judges. And if we, the people, decide that their judging suck, but then that just becomes a popularity contest again. Homework, the thing is, how do you make this system so it doesn't become a popularity contest? I don't know what to do, man. I don't know how to work that out. Is it really cold in Melbourne? Fuck that shit. Yeah, dude, I got a space heater on here. It's officially started getting to 0 degrees every single morning. So when I'm making those videos every morning, I'm freezing my balls off, mate. I think you can make a pound-for-pound channel on Discord for people to react and to vote for whoever they think the pound-for-pound is. Done. It's going to be done, Run Deep. I'll work on that over the weekend. We'll make a pound-for-pound channel on the Discord. I like that, man. I like that. Because I do agree with Guru, we as a community can make a big change. Oh, what's up, Satan? How we going? Let me get to everybody. I promise I will. Because I do agree with Guru that we as a community can make a change that will shake MMA forever and put the UFC to shame with the amount of ridicule they are going to get. I agree with him too, man. You know, the fact that it's already starting, that the fans themselves have to start crowdsourcing fighter pay is super embarrassing to the UFC. So I completely agree with you, Homework, and I agree with the Guru. I think what he's doing is, this is exactly what he needed. We've talked a lot recently about how the Guru's sort of lost his fire. He sort of has lost his love for the game. I thought he was going to retire soon. And now that, like he said in his video today, he set like a new mission for himself. So it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. You voted? Cool. Hey, Mr. Japan. G'day from Japan. Hello. Thank you for jumping on my stream. Do you have a nickname that I can call you? Because I don't understand what this means. But please, if you have a nickname that I can call you, please type it out in English, man. Thank you. Cannoneer is on more EPO than Dillashaw. Maybe. It's very possible. How do you get better with age? Ask Jared Cannonier. Cheddarhead, what's up, brother? How you going, man? It's good to see you again. I'm not sure how Marvin is still alive. Insane beating many guys from Jared. Oh, the amount of shots that Jared Cannonier put on his chin. I know, man. Craziness, isn't it? Craziness. I'm surprised that Jared Cannonier is almost 40, but can still fight great. Me too, man. Me too. And I'm very interested to see how he looks over 5 rounds on Saturday. I think that's going to be very, very telling for all of us. I saw your Costa take. I agree. He's dog shit now, but I love his kicks and his fights with Romero, Marvin, and Whitaker. Me too, man. I hope he can make a comeback. I really do. I've got a big place in my heart for Paulo Costa now, and I hope he can turn it around. The middleweight division is about to get badly backlogged. June might produce 3 guys who deserve a title shot while Izzy fights DDP 2 months later. Couldn't agree more. It's like we have a perfect round robin system that we could set up, and instead the UFC is just like, Izzy. I know, Toad. I know. Satan, what's up, man? Please give me tips on how to beat Yoel Romero and Anthony Joshua in street fights. Thanks. Yoel Romero is going to constantly stand there with a high guard, so you blast a double leg, smack his head onto the back of the concrete, instantly kill him and win the street fight. Anthony Joshua, you sweep the leg and kick the kneecap, and then poke him in the eye. MMA Joey would be the worst judge. I'd rather have Chris Lee and Sal D'Amato as a judge than that goof. I mean, he scored it 4-1 for Sean for Paulo Costa. What can you say, mate? What can you say? Jamie, freezing? It is freezing. It's Australia is nice, kind of like America, but it's a little different. Yeah, I mean, they're both the same size. They both have a desert in the middle. They both have great coastland on each side, except one of them is based and one of them is incredibly liberal. I'll let you pick which one. You have to elect people that can score the fights unbiasedly, and that is what makes it so difficult. But then, the people that you're electing is just a popularity contest. This is the problem with a democracy. It's just a popularity contest. That's why politicians that lie to us always get voted in, because they say the most popular things. Sometimes you need a dictatorship. I don't know, homework. Joey's takes are 99% garbage and clickbait, but some of his tweets are actually good. I mean, look, we have fun. We give him a little bit of a rough time. But yeah, sometimes he has good takes, but sometimes he literally just is like, whatever direction the wind is blowing, MMA Joey is there to point in the opposite direction. That's almost like his job now. My name is Yowdy. Okay, Yowdy it is, brother. Welcome to the channel, man. Good to have you here. Yowdy. Yeah, Guru said the video he lost his passion during the same thing and will reignite people, helping people with the MMA community's help as well. Yeah, I called it at the start of the year. I was like, he's going to retire. Like, you can tell he's over. He kind of wants his channel to get cancelled. But he's back, which is great. If MMA Guru's back, it just makes MMA more fun. How did Marvin survive that beating from Jared? How the fuck? He needs to be tested. His jaw needs to be tested. If I had the chin of Marvin Vettori, I would have never lost a street fight as a young kid. I want to get to the point where nobody takes the official rankings by the UFC seriously anymore, not like we do anyways. Have you ever checked, yes or no, who actually does the rankings? Have you ever checked who does the rankings? It's fucking hilarious, man. Google who does the UFC's rankings. You won't believe it, homework. His face was ruined. I know, man. I know. But we say that, how did he take that beating, Miguel? But we haven't seen him back since then, have we? Let's end this poll. Oh, just in time. What happened? Oh, we'll get to the end of the poll. We'll get to it. Bro, they hide like, they hide liking the stream inside the menus. That's just information so people can like this stream. I get what you're saying. Like the stream, guys. The 3 little buttons up the top if you're watching this vertically on your phone. Like the stream, guys. Jared in round 4 landed the most strikes in middleweight fucking history. Oh my god, I didn't know that. I did not know that. I thought Paulo Costa had the not Paulo Costa. I thought Sean Strickland had the. Let me have a coffee. Had the record for the most strikes landed. That's fucking crazy, man. Joshua killed Ngannou. PFL fucked up. Yeah, they let their highest paid athlete go and fight outside of their organization and got his fucking chin caved in, and they're also broke. MMA Joey hates Sean Strickland. He does, relentlessly. Can't say a nice word about him. Joey said Moreno got robbed against Royval. Buckley went to a draw against the Ubek guy. Never let him judge anything. He needs to have controversial takes. Look, I don't want to get into like a stream of just shit talking Joey. I really don't. But he needs to have controversial takes. That's his goal. Canberra is the home of the Australian politicians. That is true. That is true. Melbourne and Sydney could not decide which city was going to be the capital, so they built a whole city dead center. Rottnest Island is the coolest place in Australia. I don't know about that place. I'll have to Google it, man. I've been noticing Guru's content and stream doesn't hit the same anymore. It's just the same thing over and over again. Yeah, he's just over it. He just hasn't got the passion for it anymore. But hopefully this reignites him, man. Yeah, it's hilarious. Oh, yeah. You saw who made the rankings? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Marvin has orc strength. He cannot be killed. These are the facts. This is the fact. Axel Fox, what's up, man? MMA Guru was funny in 2021. Now he's dog shit. But I'm all for giving the fighters more money. He's an acquired taste. The Guru. He's an acquired taste. Although I've stopped listening to him as much as I used to. But yeah. Yaudi. Is it Yaudi or you die? Yeah, Yaudi, you die. If you're still here, man, please let us know how to pronounce your name properly. Let's fucking take Dougie's Corner International, boys. Yaudi. Sounds like you die. Ooh, that is a bit unforgiving, isn't it? Axel, what's up, man? Good to see you. Guru has a god complex. I think he's just playing. I think that's just a joke. I think he's genuinely trying to help younger fighters. Which can we, like, it's kind of cool, right? Like, no one else has done this. Aaron Johnson. Yo, I remember you, Aaron. How are you, man? How are you, dude? Welcome back. Isn't it kind of cool that Guru is trying to help younger fighters? Like, he's the only one out of, like, Ariel Hawani and that other fuckwit with the fucking glasses and the white beard. I can't remember his name anymore. That other fucking guy. Luke Thomas. Like, they all bitch about fighter pay, and Guru's like, I'll fucking pay him then. Like, it's kind of, I mean, come on, man. Credit where credit is due. MMA Joey is an evil cunt. I wouldn't go that. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think MMA Joey is an evil cunt. I don't. Rottnest Island. Jamie knows what it's about. If you critique Joey in any way, he threatens to kill you. Oh, I know. I asked him one question once, and he fucking blew up. I know. The amount of money Guru is claiming he'd give out is like $2 million per year. That is impossible. Anakin, what's up, brother? How you going? Where are you going? Chat ahead, what's up? Guys, we'll get to all your chats. So, Axel, MMA Guru has so far said he is only going to be giving out $10,000 to fights, to first contract, second contract UFC fighters. So, essentially, prelim fighters that get robbed. That's the only money that he's actually committed to this. He has put out a plan for how he would like to grow that fund to put out even more money to the fighters. And he wants to crowdsource that and get sponsors to help pay for that. So, at the most, the MMA Guru is only promising to put out, there's 42 UFC events per year, so $42,000 is the most he's willing to put out so far that he's actually said he's going to put out. Everything else, he's put out a plan for what he would like to crowdsource. Darwin is so nice right now in Cairns. It reminds me of Florida, sunny and warm. This is true. The problem is that is where all the killer animals are. I watch Joey because it's fun, not living in an echo chamber when everyone agrees with each other. There we go. That's something nice to say about Joey. Thank you, homework. Aaron, how you been, man? Rottnest Island is the place, where we want to see the quackers. Yes, okay. Anakin, brother, how are you going, man? It's good to see you again. How you been? Man, Dustin really tried his best. It was his best performance he's ever done. The best performance Dustin Poirier's ever pulled out. I had it 2-2 going into the fifth. Could have been 3-1, but he was this close, man. He was this close. Guru has nothing else in life other than MMA. He's become nocturnal watching the UFC. That is true. I mean, there are times where he needs to go out and, like, jump in a river, get a girlfriend, touch some grass. Yeah. He can have one sponsor and happily fund everything he's promising as long as they remain his only sponsor. Yeah, it can definitely be done. And again, he's only proposing 10 grand one fight night a week. 10 grand once a week. That's all he's saying. Dan Hooker calling out Gumrut as spam shot is funny as fuck. That is funny as fuck, man. That's good. They always bitch about main card fighters who don't need the extra money but never talk about the lower card fighters. I know. And Guru's actually putting his hand into his pockets and doing it himself. And I say, fucking good on him. Good on him. No one else in MMA has done that. I don't think anyone else in any sporting organization has gone, you know what, fuck it, I'll do this myself. When you come to America, come to Flagstaff, Arizona, nice weather, and mornings. Me and Jamie are probably going to America next year. I would say that's the plan. He's been offered $200K a month by one sponsor. If he just read one ad on every video and he declined. Oh yeah, he's been offered tons of money before. I have no doubt that he could do it. No doubt at all. Yeah, he's been offered tons of money before, Chedhead. Absolutely. Media members decide the rankings doesn't make sense. And I came to post that it was 4 years ago, which revealed the pain list and its shit. The panelists and its shit. Yeah, the people that actually vote are nobodies. They're absolute nobodies. It's the UFC. That's what it is, Rundy. It's the UFC, but they like to say it's not us. It's these guys over here. So when they fuck with the rankings, it's the same thing they're doing with the new drug testing system. It's independent. It's not us. It's if we controlled it, we would fix it. It's bullshit. Chedhead, I know you're a Guru OG. You should tell him to kick deal as well and do those kick deal. All right, you're talking to Chedhead. Fair enough. What's up, everybody? I'm getting it. Cairns is a shithole, crime-ridden crack den. I lived there for 20 years. Maybe, Axel, it's one of those places that's better to visit if you're a tourist. You know, not the AM bro. What's up, man? There's zero chance that the MMA Guru pays out 10K. The UK requires you to pay taxes on anything over 3K. If he's doing 10K every card, he's going to be paying a minimum in 3K in taxes per month. He's a fraud and he won't do it. Time will tell, brother. We have invoked the eternal. We'll see. Maybe. Islam fed the Kawaka. I want to give the Kawaka a weed edible. What the fuck are you talking about, Miguel? People who want to see it fail are despicable. Oh, tasty take. We got to support it. I think we should support it. We're steaming from the ears during Guru's team. This is the source which revealed the panelists. Yeah, it was. This is the source that you're talking about. The people that actually vote on MMA. Yeah, it's just a conglomerate of like AM radio stations. The MMA media are pussies. This is true. How much longer would you live? How much longer will I go live? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. God, I'm dumb. Over another half an hour. Live. How much longer will you live? All the coffee in the world won't help, boys. At the end of the week, all the coffee in the world won't help. I've had another half an hour, man. MMA is the hardest sport in the world, yet the media are all pussies. It's very strange. Not really. You know, not really. Because, like, when you, like, understand human psychology, you can understand why it's, like, the media pussies that gather around the fucking tough guys actually doing something. Yeah. Sorry, Cheddahead, I don't believe in a chap. MMA Guru has never been in a fight. No, he did Taekwondo for 2 years during high school, I think. The rankings aren't as bad. They are more of a promotional tool than anything. Yeah, sometimes. It depends, Toad. Like, Brian Ortega just got to stay at number 3 for, like, 2 years sitting out. Dominic Cruz still has his rankings and doesn't do anything. I think the MMA rankings need to be tightened up a little bit more. You know, like, if you sit out for over a year and you're in the top 10, you need to be kicked out of the top 10, you know. MMA Guru is the best in slot. Don't know what that means. Please tighten that up, dusty pants. Don't forget to like the stream, boys, by July 15th. We want to get to 1,000 subs by July 15th. And if you like this stream, it pushes it out into people's live feeds when they're scrolling through shorts and more people can see the channel. So please help me and hit that like button down there. Thank you. Thank you. Alhamdulillah. If we could write it off as business expense, he could instead of giving it to taxes. That's true. That's true. If it's business, who knows? I know in Australia, business, you can write off all sorts of shit. The link didn't come up. I'll send it in Discord. Please send it in Discord, mate. Yeah. Oh, you've put it in Discord now. I heard that go off. Where's the Discord? Over here. Who exactly is the UFC ranking panelists? I see you. I see. Let me continue on with chat. And if chat slows down, run deep. I'll circle back to it. Okay, my friend? All Guru has to do is put the cash in an envelope and send it to the fighter's gym. Not everything has to be digital. Cheddarhead's old school. Remember Cash, boys? Cheddarhead does. Petridge Farm remembers Cash. I don't know what's the best way to pay the fighters, but he should definitely have receipts in case people or fighters say that he didn't pay them. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Maybe record himself sending it. Yo, just got in. What is the topic of discussion? Duplessis, it's good to see you again, man. We are talking about the MMA Guru's claim that he's going to try and fix fighter pay himself for first or second contract UFC fighters, whether or not he'll be able to actually source the money and whether or not he'll actually go through with it. I tried to kick off the conversation by talking about how Dana White isn't in Ireland anymore. He's busy watching the Celtics wherever the NBA is being played. Or you can talk about whatever you want. How are you? How's the weather where you are? Link in the Discord. I will circle back around to it. I see it. Ortega sucks. Brandon Moreno is overrated. Whoa, Miguel. Whoa. Pull up on that, brother. Davidson Figueiredo will beat Marlon Vera? Yes. Please support Dougie's Corner. Get him to 1,000. Based, Miguel. Who are you picking for Chimaev versus Whittaker? Who do you think, mate? Do I need to get Rue out? Don't make me get Rue out. I'll get him out. Whittaker, mate, schools him over 5 rounds. Loses the first round. Badly. Whittaker loses the first round badly. But then after that, puts on an absolute fucking clinic. Yep. Read it whenever you're free and make content on it. I've already made content on it. Over the Christmas break, I made a video about the UFC rankings and what we could do to fix them and make them more fair. So, yeah. I'll send you that video later. I won't do it right now because we're in a live stream. But I'll send you that video later. The problem with Guru is he got burned out by having nothing but MMA in his life for years, while a guy like Lucas Tracy makes money being a professional casual. I think variety is the spice of life, Toad. You know? And, like, listen, you've got to respect a kid like Guru who grew up with like, poor parents. According to his story, this is his story, but grew up very, very poor, focused in on something, and, like, dedicated himself to it 1,000%. Even in the early days when nobody was watching him, and there weren't people like me and Bedtime and MMA Joey and Lucas Tracy. Like, it was literally Ariel Helwani, Chael Sonnen, and this fat kid moving out into his mum and dad's shed, putting a sleeping bag on the floor and saying, fuck it, I'm going to go for it. I respect people that have that kind of drive. One of the reasons I don't like trash talking MMA Joey, because I do respect people that have the kind of drive to just be like, fuck it. I see this and I'm fucking going for it. So, yeah, man. I respect people's grind. I respect anyone who grinds. I hate communists and I love people who have a go. That's fucking Dougie. Why is Shara Bullet fighting a fucking nobody? I mean, it's his second fight in the UFC. Shara Bullet's a nobody. That's the dude with one eye, yeah? That's the new guy with one eye on his second fight in the UFC. He should be fighting a nobody. That's how the sport works, I reckon. MMA Discord link. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it, my love. MMA junkies talk shit about MMA and Dana. The idiots wouldn't have a company without Dana White. These are the facts. Robert Whittaker, first ever Australian UFC champion. Yes. Yes? Yes. 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 Based Robert Whittaker. Zero chance he goes through with it. I bet every penny of my life for the rest of my life. He might do one card, but will make some excuse immediately. Not the AM, bro. We will see. We will find out. 7 more months until 2025. Like I said, all we can do is just see. Chimaev is the most dangerous first-round fighter ever. I agree. He's incredibly dangerous in the first round. Have you been to Alice Springs? No, I have not. Randeep, a guy making content on fighters making more than the fighters themselves is messed up. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up world we live in. Yeah, it is. I hope Whittaker picks Khamzat Chimaev apart. Me too, man. Me too. I mean, it's going to be scary. It's going to be real scary. Okay, we've reached the end of chat. Let us go and see. this Reddit post about who actually runs the UFC ranking panels. Okay, here we go. It is the CFMU 93.3 FM, a Canadian college radio station. KHON Honolulu, KIOZ San Diego, a regional hard rock radio station. The Wrestling Observer, a professional wrestling website. Burbank Leader, a regional newspaper in LA. These are people. These are the people that are the UFC's panelists for who actually does the UFC's rankings. As of 2016 to 2019. That's who decides the UFC rankings. When they say Brian Ortega is ranked number 3 in the world, not doing anything for 2 years. It's the UFC. It's the UFC saying you'll leave Brian Ortega on the list. You'll leave Dominic Cruz on the list. You'll leave Israel Adesanya as the number 1 contender or Colby Covington as the number 1 contender. You'll leave them exactly where they are, or you'll lose their pot, or you will lose your spot voting on our rankings list. Yeah, you're right. It's the UFC, man. It's the UFC. We live in a world where you can give money as a kind of gesture without going to the rest. There we go. All right, nice. Let's move on to Twitter then, since we've gotten to the end of the MMA chat. No one's bringing up any topics. That's cool with me. Let's go over to Twitter. Where the hell is my Twitter? Where the hell is all my stuff on my screen? There it is. MMA Twitter has become extremely toxic. What do you mean by that, Duplessis? What do you mean by that, brother? In what way? What the hell? Chad's all about the toxicity. There it is. Did you guys see the Nate Diaz George Masvidal press conference? Brother, let's do a UFC 4 live stream, matches against people here. It'll be fun. Like, actually go live on UFC 4, player to player. We could do something like that. I do some UFC 4 during the fight cards when they get a little bit quiet. And by that I mean the WMMA fights. All right, let's check out Nate Diaz and George Masvidal and react to that. Nate Diaz is 40 with kids. I know. I know. It's embarrassing, isn't it? Shut that up. All right, Diaz, what do you got for us, mate?
Man, I hate to disrespect you, but I'm sick of seeing you too. I'm out. I'm good to see everybody. Peace out. Hey, shout out to Danny Jacobs and my boy Chris Avila. Love, kick ass. I'll see y'all next time.
Nate, if we can get you to face off once more with Jorge, the 2 main eventers to the front of the stage.
You guys know that this is just going to be a glorified sparring match, right? Like, this is just going to be a glorified spot. This is not a real event. Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal is not a real event. This is the second time Nate has left the press conference. And he's getting paid for this as well, Anakin. He's getting paid for this, man. Masvidal is close to 40, isn't great role models. I know, man. Masvidal is close to 40. If he isn't already with kids as well, yeah. No, he does have kids. That was the whole Colby Covington beef. Colby Covington said something about his kids, and Masvidal couldn't do anything to him during a 25-minute, near half an hour UFC fight, and then snuck up behind him and knocked his teeth out. Cool guy. Nate Diaz is a multi-millionaire. How is it embarrassing? I don't know, man. Like, if you're let's say you've got a couple of $1 million in the bank, you're 40 years old. Do you still want to be acting like a teenager in 2002? You know what I mean? Do you want to be acting like the Eminem Houdini video? Like a portal to 2002 opened up and there's Nate Diaz and Slim Shady? Like, at some point, don't you have to grow up? Right? Like, I mean, when Nate Diaz started this whole shtick, weed was illegal, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, he's breaking the law. How cool is that?" But now I got off the plane in LA, and the whole fucking city smells like weed. Like, it's not that crazy. This is literally kind of sad. It's kind of sad, you know. And then, like, they're gonna charge people what, like $50 for the pay-per-view, and it's gonna be those two doing a sparring session. Plus, has anyone watched a Nate Diaz fight in 5 years? The dude literally does not try. The dude jabs, walks away, and then sticks his ass towards his opponent. And if it's a boxing match, he'll try and throw a guillotine towards the end. What are we doing? Legitimately, what are we doing? DDP fights like a high IQ Marvin Vettori. Rushing forward? I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. It's funny. I tuned back in. I chucked on DDP versus Sean Strickland again yesterday. I watched it one more time yesterday. The entire time I was watching that fight, I was like, how the fuck did I score this for Dricus du Plessis on the night? The whole time I was watching it, I was like, that was Sean's round. That was Sean's round. That was Sean's round. It's so weird. It's so weird how you can go back and watch a fight and it will change. P. Diddy, goddamn. How are you, dude? What's going on, man? It's good to see you back in the chat, dude. How are you? Jake versus Nate was funny. True. They should have advertised it as a sitcom. Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's more of like a joke thing rather than an actual thing. I'm just gonna put the Twitter over here while I scroll it, because scrolling Twitter on a live stream, that'll get you in trouble. Let me tell you. I scored it for DDP. I had it 3-2, I think. So did I originally, but I just went back and watched the fight yesterday, and I rescored it completely. It was like I was a different person watching it. So, it was so weird. So weird. I'm doing pretty okay. I slept early today. Cool. How's your day been so far? I hope it's been good. It's been great. I copped some abuse online, but that's all part of the normal thing of being a small YouTuber. But apart from that, it's been pretty good. It's the end of the week. Got my work done for the week. Chilling with the boys, talking MMA, scrolling MMA Twitter, seeing what the news is. The damage factor didn't count. You talking about DDP and Sean Strickland? I mean, it definitely should have. It definitely should have counted. It should have counted way more, because it just looked like every time Strickland jabbed him, he hurt him, and every time DDP went to land a body kick, Sean Strickland's elbow dropped and copped DDP's foot, which is probably why DDP's had a broken foot for the last 6 months, because he was smashing against Sean Strickland's elbow the entire time. Let me bring chat back up while I scroll through Twitter. Yog, what's up, man? Dude, you ask me this every stream. Every stream you ask me, is it true that I can come to Australia and get paid X amount of money without doing anything? Yes, we have a thing here called Centrelink where they put you on unemployment if you just say you're trying to find a job and never look for one. I give you the same answer every time, bro. Every time I give you the same answer. I don't know what you want from me. Also, Dougie, I rewatched and rescored the Jared. I subscribe, mate. Hope you get more by the end of the month. Thanks, brother. We're trying to get 1,000 by the middle of July. So thanks, man. I appreciate it. Strickland for sure would have won that Costa fight, though. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100% he won the Costa fight. Absolutely. That one's not even an argument. I'm shocked how anyone does think that one's an argument. I really am. It's kind of scary that people actually think that Paulo Costa won that fight. Kind of nuts, man. But like I said, I just rewatched something and I had it completely wrong the first time that I watched it. And the main scoring point for DDP was that he did more on his feet and pushed Sean back. Doesn't make sense. But for real, the UFC has fucked up judges, and also Sean opened up due to the headbutt. Right. 900 subs, we made it. Good stuff, chat. Good stuff. Yeah, the headbutt that cut him open did make a lot, because that is similar to like why I gave the fourth round in Dustin Poirier versus Islam Makhachev to Dustin Poirier because of the elbow that split him open. So that bit of damage does make a big difference. Jamie, I moved here 10 years ago and no one's paying me $5K for doing nothing. Yeah, but you never tried to get on Centrelink, did you, brother? You're a hard worker. There's one in Asker too, I believe. Thank you. We did it. Who did you score it for? Jared versus Strickland fight. I scored that one for Strickland. 1,000 by July. Let's go by July 15th. The last king of Scotland. We're all going to Australia. 5K here. We come here at 1K on Friday. We're all going to Australia. $5,000 here. We come. 1,000 on Poirier and I'm up 4K. Yeah, you can just start dropping your Centrelink money on UFC fights. Not a bad move. Dana, 900, baby! I think Diddy was the 900th. Diddy? God damn it. Diddy was the 900th. This channel is going to shit. But thank you, Diddy. I appreciate it, man. 900. That's sick, guys. We'll go for another 15 minutes, guys. A pretty quiet stream this afternoon, but that's alright. This is interesting. Islam versus Volk 1 fight. Who did you score it for? I actually scored it for Volkanovski. I thought we had it. I was about to start crying in my living room because I thought we were the ones to finally beat the Dagestani dynasty. But it wasn't so. I'm pretty sure the reason Strickland doesn't throw power shots is because his quad on his back leg got messed up in a motorcycle accident years ago. He really can't plant off it, so he really only throws the jab. Interesting. Very interesting if that is true. Very, very interesting. He does need to up the output, though. Now, like we were saying in earlier streams, too, when Sean Strickland is looking around the octagon and he sees all the clocks get down to the last minute, he really does need to start pumping out the jab more. He's just, whatever pace he's fighting at, he's got to up it a lot by the end of that last round, just so that he can sort of put a stamp on the round. Islam won the first fight, but Volk proved he's the man. I mean, it was homework. It's another one of those fights that's like, damn close. Damn close. Oh, this is something that I want to talk to you guys about. So, the reason I want to ask, I can't believe I left this until the end of the chat. I'm so dumb. The reason that I wanted to talk to a live community about this is because Islam Makhachev couldn't hold down Dustin Poirier. And Dustin Poirier has always been terrible at grappling. Always been terrible at grappling. It is the worst part of his game. And Islam Makhachev couldn't hold him down. Okay? The pound-for-pound list is about skill for skill. So just think of Islam Makhachev's skills as a standalone. His striking is good, but it's not the cleanest striking in the world. And his grappling is good, but it's not the cleanest grappling in the world. He is having very, very close fights with people that he should be smoking. Alexander Volkanovski is a lot smaller than him, just height-wise, range-wise, ball of muscle-wise. And he's having close fights with Volkanovski. He's having a close fight with Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier shouldn't be able to get up at all, but he did many times. What are we seeing here? What are we seeing here? And then I'm going to let this go for a couple of minutes. Let's close Twitter. I'm going to let this go for a couple of minutes. And then, no, I said let's close Twitter. Not make it bigger, Doug. And then we're going to start trying to suss out, if Islam Makhachev isn't the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, who is the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world? Because I think it's JDM. I'm pretty sure the reason Strickland are the same, bro. Islam won the first fight. At the end of the fight, I was like, oh my god, Volk won this. He got it. So did I. The judges didn't think so. No, I know. And they're Australian judges as well. It's bullshit. How often do you visit Alice Springs, a.k.a. the real Australia? I've never been to Alice Springs, my yog, my bro. What about 40-year-old Nick Diaz coming back? I hate it. I honestly hate it. I wish that it was Nick Diaz versus Tony Ferguson on the John Jones-Stipe Miocic card as a 5-round co-main event. Both retire afterwards. Islam's wrestling did nothing to Volk, and nobody expected him to be that good. That's true, Randeep. That is true. I think Volk lost, but he clearly took the 4th round. He had his back taken and still did more damage in that exchange. Based toad. Exactly. Bro, I don't think we'll ever see Islam push like that again. Dustin gave it his all because it was his last chance. You don't think Arman Sarukian can push him that much? A young, up-and-coming, within the right age limit, actually grew up as a lightweight, proper preparation, can't push Islam to that point? Anakin, Islam is the number 1. He beat Charles, Volk, and Dustin, who are all in the pound-for-pound rankings. He did. You're right, Anakin. This is a good point. The prediction for the Arman fight is it will be a tough fight, but Islam will completely outclass him on the feet and probably get the decision, since not even Charles could submit him. Fair. While Jones beat Gunn and Reyes, who aren't even pound-for-pound, that Reyes fight Jones should have lost. Fair enough. Islam is a weight bully. Okay, so where are we at, chat? Is Islam Makhachev the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world? No, yes. Poll, 9 votes. No, won by 45%. So, Anakin, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Islam is the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter because he beat Charles, Volk, and Dustin, who are all in the pound-for-pound rankings. Listen, man, I get that. But maybe at the time, yes. But from what we are seeing just from Islam Makhachev, as those fighters who were on the pound-for-pound rankings, as they have started to get older and their skill set has started to slip off, maybe that leaves Islam Makhachev as the number 1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world by default. Or maybe we are just getting confused because we were looking at that pound-for-pound list and time has moved on and we're not considering anybody else. Because I do think there are more well-rounded fighters in the UFC than Islam Makhachev. And if you are a more well-rounded fighter, you are a pound-for-pound fighter. This isn't like a GOAT list thing. This is out of all the fighters in the UFC right now, when you look at their grappling control plus their striking, who actually is better? Like, Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. I know this is a crazy... I understand what I'm saying is kind of crazy. But Anthony Hernandez can strike with people, can pin people to the ground, can hold them to the ground, and with his wrestling has broken 2 of his opponent's ribs before. That's dominant grappling and dominant striking. And Islam Makhachev right now is better than everybody that he's fighting at each, but he's not as dominant at each. Does that make sense? Does what I'm saying make sense? Like, he's not dominant at anything. He's just a little bit better at everything than the people that he's fighting. But there are fighters in the UFC right now who are more well-rounded and more dominant. Like, Shavkat's striking, I would say, is better striking than Islam Makhachev's. The takedowns, the grappling control. Islam is a weight bully. I mean, he's always made weight. He's not like Jarlin Turner that's constantly missing weight, or Manel Kape who's constantly missing weight. Islam didn't wrestle every single second, and Islam doesn't wrestle every single second, and it looks like it's not a dominant performance. I hate Islam, but I got to agree, he's the pound for pound. In the wrestling and the grappling, he can, but that will be the only tough part. I would say Islam is the number one pound for pound fighter. Pablo, what's up, man? How you going? I think Arman can win against Islam, but he has to want to win it. Who's got the better grappling in the UFC? Who's got the better grappling in the UFC? Pablo, how are you, man? Right now, the pound for pound list is a GOAT list based off recent activity. That's why Usman was above Volk until the head kick. But that's not what the pound for pound list is. That's not what the pound for pound list is. The pound for pound list is you take their skills and who has the better skill set. That's why I think we have locked in on the pound for pound list as the GOAT list for too long. And with Charles Oliveira and Alexander Volkanovski and Kamaru Usman all being knocked off the pound for pound list recently, we as an MMA community actually need to sit down and be like, actually, hang on a fucking second. Who is the best fighter in the UFC right now? Who is the pound for pound best fighter in the UFC right now? I am not saying Islam Makhachev is not a great fighter. He's a very, very good fighter. But skill set, well-rounded skill set. He can't be in fucking close as shit fights with a 145 pounder, Dustin Poirier on 5 weeks' notice, and lose the grappling to Dustin Poirier. And we can't be saying he's the best skilled fighter in the UFC today. I think it's like a time for a whole new fucking revision of the pound for pound list. That's all I'm saying, chat. That's all I'm saying. And I know that's not a cool, a fun take, but where's my timer? Because I've been going for nearly an hour. We got to wrap this up soon. All right, come on, chat. Let's get in some votes. Let's get in some votes on the poll. Where is the poll at? 7 votes. Islam, Hamza, Bo Nickel. Okay, no one's voted a single thing for Bilal. No one thinks Bilal's grappling is better than anybody's on the list. Okay, all right. Okay, so whose striking is better? Get out of the way, Paul. I want to see chat. I had to vote Bo Nickel because of the triangle, because of his sick triangle, bro. It's a marketing tool more than anything. The pound for pound will always be a champion with a lot of title defenses, and they use it to promote Islam as the best fighter in the world. That's true, Toad, but as we were talking about before with homework, like, why can't the MMA community make up its own? Brother, I pressed the wrong thing on Paul. It's all right, Run Deep. We haven't got long anyway on the stream. Mr. Toad, just because the UFC use it as a marketing tool doesn't mean us, the MMA community, can't unanimously agree on something. Like, we all agree that Colby Covington shouldn't have got a title shot, right? We can all agree on that. We can all agree that John Jones is ducking Tom Aspinall. I think if we start arguing over who's the number one pound for pound, we could probably get to like a half the people think this, half the people think that. Do you think Hamzat would ever fight Islam? Nah, man. They could never even be in the same weight class, close enough to even do it, brother. Leon? Leon. Okay, now, here's what we need to think. Hamzat can't even make well. Yeah, exactly. So, here's what we have to think, guys. With how you saw Dustin Poirier getting up from the bottom underneath Islam Makhachev, right? If Shavkat Rakhmonov was the same size, how easily do you think he could get up? And then do you think he could piece up Islam Makhachev? JDM had a broken arm, and he could get up from underneath Gilbert Burns. If they were the same size, could JDM get up? If Dustin Poirier could get up, and a little Alexander Volkanovski could get up, and JDM with a broken arm could get up against Gilbert Burns, could he get up if Islam Makhachev and him were the same size? Could Hamzat Chimaev get up, and then who would win on the striking between Hamzat Chimaev and Islam Makhachev if they were the same size? With Leon Edwards being able to survive Kamaru Usman's grappling over an hour of fighting, if they were the same size. It's not about getting up easily. That kind of shit drains everything out of the man. Yeah, but I'm talking about fighters who have been able to get up and then keep fighting over half an hour fights or 15-minute fights. Like these fighters that I'm bringing up, Hamzat Chimaev, JDM, Dustin Poirier, Leon Edwards. I just said Leon Edwards was able to get up and keep fighting over an hour with Kamaru Usman. 2 fights, 2 25-minute fights. That's an hour of fighting, pretty much. And they're able to keep fighting. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's not just like great scrambling like Pantoja or Moreno. I'm talking about fighters that can actually like get up and keep fighting, right? I mean, Brandon Moreno as well. Look at his scrambles. Look at him getting up. So, with all of this, chat, Islam Makhachev is one of the lowest people on the list. JDM's shit striking 11 votes. So, if they were all the same weight, do I want Shavkat on that list? Moreno scrambles. See, I don't think Islam Makhachev would be able to hold down Brandon Moreno. I don't think he would be able to hold him down. And I think Brandon Moreno would outstrike Islam Makhachev. JDM's a good fighter, brother, but people are sleeping on him. I can tell, mate. It's only 18% of the votes. Leon Edwards just said it's unlikely he will fight Islam. Well, that means he thinks he's going to lose against Bilal Muhammad. That means he thinks he's going to lose, man. The thing old Dustin Poirier gave Islam a hard fight compared to Khabib, so Islam is definitely beatable. I would bet Leon Edwards to beat him. I think so. I think Leon Edwards would beat him. Although, like Dustin said, like if he didn't get better at grappling in 5 years ever since he fought Khabib, he's kind of wasted 5 years of his life. So it's pretty good to see that he actually like upped his game and did get better at grappling. It's pretty good to see. %100% of the votes still going to Islam Makhachev. I've not made a good argument. I've not made a good argument. 4 people have voted. They're still going number 1 for Islam Makhachev. I've not put together a good argument. I mean, I tried. I tried to put together a good argument. Oh, here we go. One person reckons Jones. I don't know. I'm still not convinced. if this is what pound for pound means, it would never be a fighter middleweight or above. I disagree. Look at Aspinall, man. Look at Aspinall. I mean, it just means if they were all the same weight class. Like if you took their skill set and put them all in one weight class. Like look at Aspinall. Aspinall's got good get-ups, good takedowns, got clean boxing. Aspinall sort of moves and fights as good as a lightweight. Not as fast, but he has the skill of a Drew Dober in lightweight. You know what I mean? Like he can get up off the ground. He can shoot a good takedown. So yeah, it's just look at the skill set, man. And I'm not even talking about the speed. Like obviously Moreno throws his boxing combinations, and Sean O'Malley throws his boxing combinations a lot quicker than Aspinall does. Tom Aspinall throws them a lot slower, but he's always landing exactly where he wants to land. And when the counter comes, his chin is out of the way 90% of the time. Now, obviously, early in Aspinall fights, in the first round, his chin gets clipped pretty much every single time because he carries it so high. But after he figures his range out, he gets it out of the way the rest of the time. So I disagree too. I disagree. 6 votes. Only Islam and Jones. Didn't make a good enough argument for Leon or Moreno. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like I tried my best to convince you guys that Islam Makhachev isn't the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world right now. But, it is what it is. What can I say? It is what it is. 7 votes. Still Islam. Still Islam. Mate, what have I done? What have I done? Nice. Nice. 11 votes tallied. Who is the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world? Islam Makhachev wins 62%. John Jones, 37%. Moreno didn't get a single vote. Leon Edwards didn't get a single vote. I had to vote Leon over JDM. No one voted Leon. I had to vote Leon over JDM in the striking-wise because JDM's has stoppage losses. I had to vote Jones as the number one pound-for-pound because he can't pull guard, but neither can the other guys. Well thought, Satan. Well thought. Well pointed out. I think Leon needs to prove more in his division, even though I'd pick Leon, most people think he's just holding Shavkat's belt. That is true. That's true. And I guess with Islam Makhachev, we can all see that they're close fights, but none of them are we're still Islam Makhachev is still the right lightweight champion. Can you picture anyone that should be a lightweight champion over Islam Makhachev? I can't. I don't think many people could. Whereas with Leon Edwards, a lot of people think that Shavkat Rakhmonov could beat him up. So, it does sort of feel like he's just like a placeholder champion right now. Leon is not even close to the pound for pound. Look, I gave my argument. It is what it is. What can I say? Guys, that's been an hour. I'm going to wrap it up. Nice chilled Friday afternoon stream. I hope you guys all have a damn good weekend. I'm going to be going live. I might go live tomorrow around the same time, maybe a little bit earlier. Probably will go live tomorrow a little bit earlier. So if you want to come in and hang out for that, say hi. I'm going to be going live for the entire main card this weekend, not the prelims. They're on a little bit early here in Australia, and I don't want to wake up the entire house. But I'm sure I will see you guys around. I'll see you guys next week. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for helping me get to 900 subscribers. 100 left to go before the middle of July, July 15th. Until then, you all have a good night. You all have a good weekend. I will see you all next time. See you, boys.